Well, hello there. It's me, Crypto Jim. Mr. Poole, he's doing a countdown. He started last night, and it's 6 hours, 30 minutes away. When I get up in the morning, we'll be there. What's it gonna do? What's it all mean? That is the question. Well, if you want to follow it, and on all of his tweets, he's now deleted all of them. You've got the choice of a Telegram group. Look for Mr. Poole on the Telegram. It's all there. Or you can pop over to Savage's forum, and we've got them all here. Here's the latest one, pink and green. What does that mean? Here they all are. We've got a nice little tweet. Capachaw. Pop over. I'll show you who Savage is. He's a real good guy. This is me, but 22. Mr. Savage, if you haven't followed him already, he shows you all of the energies of the world and some of the most key important dates and date energies that go around. If you want to open your horizons and understand a little bit more about what's going on in the world, please join his Discord and Patreon. Thoroughly worth it. I'm on there. You get to chat to me. That's the only place you can chat to me. But Mr. Poole, who are you? What are you playing at? And what on earth is going to happen in 6 hours 30 minutes? I've seen the reference of future proves past to mean what happens today, what is said today, will happen in a year's time. That was confirmed by that Marmite guy, Mr. BC, that most people don't like. I think he's a clown, but he does clearly know the timeline. I'm more than happy, satisfied that he understands the timeline. And this is the tweet that, in response to one of his talking about the Department of the Treasury, this was the tweet that got me blocked by Mr. Bubbercup, because I said I nailed it. Whether I did or didn't, who knows? But I'd already done some research on the Department of the Treasury, with the scales and the key, and the 1789. Well, the 1789, 17 on a 24-hour clock is 5, and that gives us 589. So I think they're going to be very key in what happens to the future Ripple and the markets, and could well be something they do or are involved in could be pretty much a pointer to what's going to happen with XRP in the future. Notice the 2nd of September is their founding date. 2 could be 11, 7 could be 7, and then we've got the 589. So this could be a 1 year delta for the next year, the 2nd of September next year, 2022. Could we see something happen then, or could it happen a lot sooner? We shall find out. If you wanted to have a little bit more of the look at Mr. Poole Fojek, he's highlighting them all here. He's got a running stream of all of the different tweets here. They are out there to find, but he's a pretty interesting guy. And he thinks, I can't find the tweet now, but anyway, he's got some interesting views on that. It doesn't say a lot about it, but he says, what a few of the codes could be. One of my latest finds from Crypto Whale, he did a video recently. I wonder if he's still on here. Crypto Whale. He's talking about the lunar eclipse. Interesting. I really enjoy. Some people don't like him, think he's a scammer, but I think he's in the club, and he just takes the piss out of Bitcoin all the time, which is what we want to do, because we know it's not going to last, don't we? We know there's going to be issues with Bitcoin. We do. Anyway, Mr. Whale is interesting. Anyway, so one of his videos, he posted this image here, which is just a really interesting image. Maybe it's like a TV screen image, but this was the one I got from BitBoy's reset video, where he lost connection, and then this ended up going over his image. They're thoroughly similar, and they've appeared in two people who, I'm pretty sure they're both in the club. They understand way too much about what's going on. And when I decoded this video, I found this image here. Well, I found the image. I just found the add the numbers, and you got 9, 5, and 8, and 8 again, and 11's all around the edge, which is the 1111 portal. Obviously being November 2, November 22, maybe. If you add them together, I'm definitely still looking at November 22 as part of whose timeline. Just an interesting date. I did get November 23rd from Blockchain Backer as a date. So who knows? Who knows what's going on? What's coming along? David Schwartz. He had to tether his computer to his phone like some kind of savage when he was talking about being without internet. Again, it's part of the narrative, isn't it? Loss of internet. And then
Maybe
BitBoy.
this will kick back. Having problems with the internet on my.
They're live on everything.
No, it's my issue on my computer over here that's not working for some reason. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. We'll get it fixed here. Let me go to that maybe. Might just have to tether to my phone.
I might just have to tether to my phone. Well, where have we heard that before? While we're here, I had to tether my computer to my phone. So they're in the club. They're playing the same game. They're warning of the same warnings. It's just a case of when. Well, Mr. Poole, will it be in the morning? I'm really not expecting the global reset to happen this month or even this year. It's all about the 22nd year. The Shemitah, a global crash next year into September, from February to September. I don't know what's going to happen now, whether this is a 1-year delta kind of thing, or if something does happen, maybe Tether crashing is the end of Bitcoin. Maybe, who knows what. We shall find out in due course. And there, of course, he says, I'm going to need to reset it.
It's not even showing up for me. I think they're resetting it.
They're resetting it. Yeah, of course, they are resetting it. Are they resetting it now, or is it done? Who knows? Bitcoin had a bit more of a dump the last couple of days than the whole market did. Blockchain Backer is an analyst I absolutely respect 100%. He's awesome. But again, it's another person I think might be in the club. Just to the precision where he predicted this top and he sold before it, and the precision when XRP came back down from $2. So it's not the XRP chart, but when it did, this crashed all the way back down. XRP with it from $2 all the way down to 50 cents. He nailed that. He nailed it. His research is sound, but he nails it with too much confidence. And he believes that Bitcoin is going to get only as high as 72, maybe up to 85, and no higher. He can't see it going any higher, which is interesting because he's now saying in this recent dump, he thinks it's going to hold at 57,000 or wherever it was. It's dumped a little bit further tonight. It's sticking around it's 57 right now. It's sticking at the 57. He said if that holds, that's cool. We'll carry on with his plan. But if it drops to 53, that's going to invalidate his theories. And in which case, I'm going to suggest that Elon Musk called the top of Bitcoin, which it hit just a few days ago. So we shall see again how that plays out. With regard to Blockchain Backer and Waters Above, crypto, if you don't listen to either of them, I suggest you do. Let's go to Waters Above. Watermelon, what the? Waters Above Crypto. This is him. Thoroughly interesting. He has his own Discord and Patreon and bits and bobs. I used to be a member for a month. I tried him out, had a little chat with him, and he doesn't believe in Mr. Poole. Didn't know who Mr. Poole was. He didn't believe in the bears. Didn't believe in the whole XRP narrative, the reset narrative of XRP at all. Didn't just subscribe to it. Said it's a load of FUD, load of rubbish. But he does believe in lizard people, flat Earth of some sort, the Matrix, and everything else. That really was hard for me to understand. I'm like, dude, you believe in all that, but you don't believe in the bear and Mr. Poole? And maybe it's ignorance because he claimed to not know who Mr. Poole was. And maybe he doesn't know who the bear is either. But you can't not be aware. You can't be aware of the Matrix, this simulation we appear to be living in, this flat Earth concept. Whether any of it's true, I don't know. But this, this the whole concept of this awakening and everything we're learning about it. Everything we've ever been taught has been a lie. It's just so much missing in our world that normies just don't pick up on, but we pick up on it. And yet he believes in all of that, but he just will not listen to. So for that reason, I just couldn't relate to him anymore. I listened to his videos, and they're excellent, and they literally are excellent. He's such an interesting guy, but he thinks Bitcoin's going to 144,000. 144,000 versus blockchain backers 72 to 85. That to me is a big battle, and it's not a battle in the sense of who's going to be right. Blockchain backer, I think, is in the club, and if Waters Above is right, then it's going to 144,000 by December the 6th. That's literally 2.5 weeks away. I can't see it, but he's still adamant it's going to happen. And all of his methods to get there are sound, but in terms of, I don't know where he gets he's using gematria and moon cycles and everything to get the numbers. I can't see it happening. But so if it doesn't happen, it'll be really interesting to see how he changes his thought patterns on that. And of course, we've got blockchain backer. If that 72k gets hit sooner than the 6th of December, then that may have indicated that something strange would happen and occur. So we've got to see, really eyes on Bitcoin to see what happens. But these two are the only two you need to listen to: Waters Above and blockchain back, literally. And then if you want to listen for signals, listen to BitBoy. But there is no one else, I'm telling you now, you need to listen to. These guys have got it nailed. They've got it absolutely nailed. Whether he's in the club or whether Waters Above has figured out the moon cycles and the gematria and everything there, between them, they've got it nailed. You don't need anything else. So there's Fojak talking a bit. I'll leave that. Floki, 33. The very important 33. That's got to be a good sign to invest in Floki, which suggests there's no reset coming soon. It's not all going to go crashing down. 33 is a very, very intriguing number. And it's one used by the people in the club. Okay? So, nothing significant is going to be happening. Again, SHIB. I'm not celebrating meme coins, but if there's a way to make money before XRP moons, this might be the way to do it. If you have any, I did have some. I've still got some. It's not like I went out hunting SHIB or Floki. I haven't got any Floki, but maybe I should get some. I don't know. But I'm still long on XRP. I've got it hidden away, stored away. It ain't ever coming out. I might sell a little bit if we do get to the 10 to 13. But that was another thing. The 10 to 13. I've learned recently that 113, the 10, remove the 0. 1 to 13, 113 is a deceptive, very, very powerful Masonic number used by elites in so many news reports. And you got the 33. The 113 gets used. Blockchain backer calls for the 113 as a top of the XRP market. Now, he shows us how he gets there. It makes complete sense, but really a 10x from where we are now. We've been waiting for so long and all we get is a 10x. Are you kidding? But nevertheless, I think I'd take profits at that zone if it gets there, because there's something in blockchain backer that's telling me I need to continue to listen to him and take some profits at that area. Because if the big reset comes after that, or immediately after, and then we do get an opportunity to reinvest, then I will have something to reinvest with. And if not, and if the XRP goes to the absolute moon after a reset, then, you know, I've got plenty in store that I'm never going to sell. Never. Flare's coming. I'll be utilizing it with that. 2024, a lot of me and my good people on the Savage forum, we were chatting about the implementation and the adoption. And even Savage talks about 2024 as a very strong year for XRP, because X is 24 in the alphabet, and 24 is the year 2024. But we can also get that from 2022 as well, adding two of the twos to make 4, 2022. So I think XRP's big years are going to be 2022 and 2024. You want to be retaining some of your XRP until then, and I think you're going to have life-changing money. That'll do it. Blackout November from Hype. The biggest, the baddest, most insane blackout November here at Hype. Why is it a blackout November? Strange. Maybe we will get some economy changing, or physical issues coming up with blackouts and goodness knows what. But if we do, I don't think that's going to be the reset. Not this month. Next year. Kevin Cage. XLM front end, XRP back end. I remember certain Kendra predicted a very similar functionality there. Climate lockdowns being announced. We were expecting that. That was a narrative in the summer. Will it happen? Well, the elites have done everything else, haven't they? So who knows? Magic number 13. Just look for 13 in every news report, and you'll know it's an absolute load of cobblers. Okay. Here's the Bearable Guy, a reminder, warning of imposters who've never made contact with him. So this guy, Mr. Bubcogs, could be the imposter nevertheless, even though he seems to be very much in the club and having definitely appears to know the links. And finally, where are we at? Did we do this on the other video? I've had to re-record this so many times. It's ridiculous. Let's have a quick look. Full screen. This lady's hands, look, they literally cover his face. They literally go into his face, and he doesn't get battered by her hands as she's clapping. There is no way he's there. Biden is not in this image. It's very clever. We've managed to get the shadows. But the shadows aren't there now, but they are there then. So they've added those shadows, I believe. Very, very strange set of circumstances. Very strange. Even this guy's head coming down looks a bit odd. But anyway, very, very strange. Look at her face. She's like, he's not here. What the hell are we clapping? Ridiculous. Something strange there. Okay, so Bitcoin's saying
there are reports of other things happening when there's a full moon. So there is a weird thing with the gravitational pull of the Earth. And I don't know. I'm just saying Mara nailed the last two, and she says December 30th is a date to watch that could be double bad. So that could be top of a market possibly. So
top of a market, double bad. And that's interesting because I did see a post that said Bitcoin's top, from top to top, was 1491 bars. And interestingly, I did a look the other day, and XRP's appeared to be exactly the same, or very, 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 very close in cycle length. So I think whenever Bitcoin does top, if we apply a very similar number of days in this run to XRP, we might get a very close to a top date. So that might be very useful. This is interesting.
Time ranges are not that much different than support ranges like you were talking about at the beginning. It's not necessarily like one clear number that like on this day at this time this thing is going to happen. It's more of there's all these macroeconomic things going on in the world, and there's a general plan to direct things in a certain direction, but there's definitely variables for sure. So I've always felt early, Q1 2022, for the deflation stuff, like it might be happening late this year, but you're not really going to see it or feel it, most of us, until early next year. So that's
yeah. I think no matter what, people aren't going to start feeling it until next year, even when it does switch. So that is definitely something.
So they're pretty much saying they're expecting a switch. The guy at the beginning who was saying, basically they're getting everything into plan and we don't know when the date's going to be. And he confirms, well, yeah, whenever they do the switch, we're not going to feel it until then, feel the deflation side of things. So whether he's alluding to the switches is already kind of like happening and we're not going to see the consequences of it until next year, or whether it's just this inflationary narrative is going to not occur, not crash the markets until the first quarter of 2022, which fits perfectly in with one of the things I've been thinking, basically February or March next year. September next year also being key time for me, and I really think something interesting could happen then as well. And finally, just to finish the video off,
got the stinking feeling that the government is about to screw us all with the latest bill and upcoming sessions around crypto thoughts. There is a lot of talk about some weird government stuff coming up. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But this is all I want to say, kind of on that, maybe black swan event, whatever. Don't trust your government. That's a mistake a lot of people make, which is, I don't know the answer to that. So, don't ever trust your government. You can't trust your government. The government only looks out for one person, and that's whoever is making the decisions. So I would say I'm not really sure what we're going to see, but it does feel like, if you look at the cyber pandemic stuff that they're simulating, what was the last thing they simulated? 11,100.
What was the last thing they simulated? And if you don't know, Google or DuckDuckGo, search for Event 201, October. It happened in October 2019, just before the release of the infamous virus. And there I'll leave it to you to have a lovely weekend. I'm probably going to do an XRP chart for XRP Rob soon, but that'll come tomorrow. This is me done out. Let's see what happens with Mr. Poole. All the best. Bye-bye. Like and subscribe, please. Thanks. Bye-bye.